C.S. Lewis begins, "You meet no ordinary people in your lifetime. You have never talked to a mere mortal." This is certainly true of those I'm blessed to call my friends, professors, and mentors. The freshman girl who once lived in Bryce 304A would never have believed me if I told her she would meet the most incredible people here. Or it is in these 4 years that I have met missionaries and leaders, I have met truth seekers and questioners, and I have met God. I have met him in the silence of the library, worship in the bottom of Decker, at the desk in Kardatsky. I have found him at the side of the road when my car is broken down. I have found him in the kindness of my friends, lending their support when I feel alone and lost. At the time, I did not think my peers knew how they were affecting me. They were, in their minds, simply acting upon their convictions. These influential characters taught me one of the most important lessons I have learned here at Anderson. Loving others, in fact, manifests as vulnerability, and stepping away from your own agenda to let the love of God shine for someone else. Let me reassure you all, it shines brightly. Through the vulnerability of my peers, I was able to transform from a nervous nursing student who was afraid of waking a patient to a responder in extreme situations. From a shy girl who would not share her testimony at small group to a leader who invites others to be open and honest with their story. These significant changes in my life did not occur all at once, but through many deliberate actions of love. We may perform many tasks in our life to which we may not attribute much influence. None of us can really comprehend the trials and hardships another will face in a lifetime, and in the same respect, neither can we comprehend our impact on others. This impact does not always show up in ways that we typically expect. True connections with those around us are born of small moments. Whether we see it or not, the intentional conversations we have in Mocha Joe's form lasting impressions. The late night prayers over a friend in the dorm change lives. Simple, unadulterated concern for the needs of another gives us a wider perspective of our world. Not one of us is ordinary. Our words and actions live on in the lives of those whom we touch. Could we also say that the Heart of Christ ministry revolved around this? He sought others, loved them, and shared in their burdens. Christ lived life with those around him. What an incredible concept. The God of all we could ever see, touch, or encounter understands our trials and knows us to our core. This same act of fearless humility Christ demonstrated was asked of his disciples 2,000 years ago, and it is still asked of us today. Don't get me wrong, this certainly isn't easy to do, and it is especially difficult to grasp when going through a transition. Many of us tend to cling to what is familiar when we are placed among strangers. The truth is, however, we must get past the things that frighten us in order to continue growing. It is in these transitions we are asked to take another step away from living in detachment from others and take a step towards community. If we never step beyond the boundaries we make for ourselves, we will never live authentically. In 1 John 4, it says, "Beloved, if God so loved us, we must also love one another. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear." To love our neighbor is to know him, and to live is to do so without limiting ourselves. Risks must be taken. The fears that may hold us back from impactful experiences must be driven out. In the same text, C.S. Lewis continues, "Nations, cultures, arts, civilization, these are mortal, and their life is to ours as the life of a gnat. But it is immortals whom we joke with, work with, marry, snub, and exploit. Our merriment must be of that kind which exists between people who have, from the outset, taken each other seriously. No flippancy, no superiority, no presumption. And our charity must be real and costly love, with deep feeling for the sins in spite of which we love the sinner." The next transition is upon us, seniors. We are now asked to step away from our security in this place that we have made home. As we go, we both leave behind traces of our existence as well as take with us the lessons that have been etched on our paths. Not one of us is ordinary. Whether we think we are ready or not, we are fully equipped to change the lives of others. In fact, each of us has already been doing so. Our duty is now to continue in this and live openly and genuinely for others, wherever God